800-918-1813. That's 800-918-1813. Call now.
This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
Hey, great friends, what's going on? It is a Thursday afternoon here on Kaplan and Crew with Grande and the Brown Man from the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. So if you're just getting with us, our opening segment was, I think, representative of what most Americans are probably thinking about and talking about today, which is what's going on in Ukraine and Russia and how this could happen and what our response is going to be and the fear that it creates and the potential financial implications and how it really does impact each and every one of us. So that's kind of where we started today, guys. And it's such an interesting thing to, it's one thing to sit there and watch America launch weaponry against an enemy of ours who's done something to our country. It's another feeling, totally different kind of feeling to watch countries that, like generally we don't really have much to do with or talk about or think about, but to see one country invade another country and attempt to militarily overwhelm them, it's just a scary thing. So if you're just getting with us, that's where we started today's show. Because I think most people today are probably having this conversation. Do you guys think that?
If they're not, I hope they will be after this. Like, this is an important global issue that, yes, you may not be able to find Kiev or the Ukraine on the map, but when stuff like that happens, it affects our country because it affects the global community and the world, whether it be from the world market perspective or the stock perspective. We're so interwoven. When something like that happens, it disrupts everything.
Yeah.
I'm having these conversations with pretty much every group text I'm in is about this today, which is, it's new and it's in people's top of mind right now. That's
no
for
doubt.
sure. And I feel like I don't know anything about Ukraine or who's there and what's not there and all that stuff. Like I haven't, done my research, but it is fascinating to me how fast and almost without any pushback, Russia has been able to take it over.
Well,
this is what it feels like.
Have they taken it over or have they just invaded?
Invaded.
They took over Chernobyl today, which that doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
I don't even know
Sounds
what
like
that
a bad idea. Period.
That sounds like I saw that Chernobyl show on HBO. I was like, I don't want Russia in control of that.
Right.
I don't know what's there.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that because when I saw that report earlier in the day that Russia had taken over the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, I thought, okay, I am so uneducated on what is going on right now because I remember being a kid. I don't remember what year it was. It was probably the mid 80s when there was the show that you're talking about, Alex, Chernobyl, that HBO show. That was about was it a leak of nuclear waste?
Alleged.
Well, I mean, however, but anybody around that area, there was a lot of people that died there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't see that show Chernobyl. So did you watch the whole series?
I did watch the whole series. It was about the explosion at Chernobyl and how it was handled by Russia and how little of a deal they thought it was until they kind of got there, and it was many, many weeks later. I think it's been a while since I watched it, but it was it's a fascinating watch, and it's scary as hell, man, because you hear of nuclear and you're like, yeah, nuclear, but like what it did to people there was insane. Insane. Like firefighters, first responders to the scene, like touched a piece of brick and just like melted, dude. Like it was crazy, dude. I don't know. Everybody should watch that show. It's scary, dude.
Yeah.
Like ghosts and spirits and monsters, that don't scare me. This real life stuff is very scary.
Yeah. And I guess what I didn't realize is when I saw that report that the Russians had taken over Chernobyl, I was like, wait, so is Chernobyl in the Ukraine? And back when that happened, the Ukraine was part of Russia. And so now Russia comes into Ukraine and they're taking back what was once theirs. I mean, like I am telling you, I don't have the historical background and knowledge. I just remember being a kid. I don't remember what year it was. Maybe you could figure that out, but it was probably in the mid 80s because I can remember driving. This is back when I was in college, from Pittsburgh to Philadelphia. And when you would drive across the Pennsylvania Turnpike, you would see an area that is in, it's not Harris, well, maybe it is Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, called 3 Mile Island. Does anybody remember that? Has anybody ever
That
heard of
sounds
that?
familiar.
Yeah, 3 Mile Island, which is, I believe it was a nuclear power plant. I don't remember what happened there, but something did happen that I knew that was called 3 Mile Island. But hey, bring it home. Bring it home to Southern California. You drive north on the 5 and you drive up towards Camp Pendleton. And before you know it, you get to the San Onofre nuclear power plant, the
The
boobies, right?
boobies.
And you're like, okay, like what
Mhm.
if something like happened in Chernobyl happened here? Like that would affect us because we're 50 miles from it, not even.
Mhm. Chernobyl happened April 26,
Mhm.
1986. So Padilla was about a month away from being born.
Mhm.
It is considered the worst nuclear disaster in history in both cost and casualties.
Mhm.
Only like 100 people died from the explosion itself, but I'm trying to find the exact number of how many deaths were attributed to that particular zone.
Yeah.
But yeah, you see pictures of it now. It's like, it's an abandoned city and it's creepy as hell. There's like playgrounds that are empty and it just looks like something straight out of like Call of Duty,
Mhm.
like these abandoned cities. It's crazy,
Yeah.
bro. Like, was it made a big deal in
Oh,
1986?
dude, it
Like,
was as I recall, again, I was 16 years old at the time, but I mean, I remember it being like the lead story on news. This is pre-internet. This is, early days of cable television. This was the story. And you mentioned that you've seen the HBO series about it. I never watched that
yeah.
series, although I was interested in it. I never got to it.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's say as of 2005, there's it ranges because obviously you don't know how far the nuclear waste spread or
Mhm.
whatever.
Mhm.
So anywhere from, I'm seeing here, 16,000 to 60,000 people died
Wow.
because of it.
Wow. And so I wish I knew more about the history of all of this and when did Ukraine separate from the Soviet Union or Russia? And again, I didn't know that Chernobyl, and I'm just kind of putting two and two together, was in Ukraine, because if the Russians walk into Ukraine and they take over Chernobyl, by the way, is it still an active site?
No,
Right.
no.
So
No,
when they say,
no, they keep building stuff over
Yeah.
it, so it stops
oh,
spreading. Like they keep building layers and layers and layers of protection
oh,
over it.
because when you say that
And
they took it over, it's like, well, what do they want it for?
well, there's a staff there, and the staff was held hostage or is being held hostage
Right now.
for what I don't know. Yeah, for what I don't know.
Wow, man, this is crazy. So
It's
crazy.
crazy, but when you say it out loud, it sounds bad, right? Like Russia took over Chernobyl.
Mhm.
That just sounds bad.
Yeah.
I'm using the word terrifying today a lot because it is, but that sounds awful,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Like, oh man. Biden is finished his speech earlier and said the U.S. will not send troops into Ukraine.
But because we can't, it's a violation of NATO. We cannot do that.
Now, if they go into Poland,
Now that's a
probably
completely different story. Guns will be
Right.
fired.
Yeah. Sad, man.
He
Really
cut
sad.
off resources to 4 more Russian banks, and the UK has already done the same with a bunch of banks. And it'll be interesting because how does, I know, like, kind of tying it to sports, there is a Russian like billionaire that owns Chelsea. So people are saying, like, are you cutting him off? Because if you cut him off, what does that mean for Chelsea? I'm just trying to tie it to sports.
Nice.
They should. They
But like,
should.
it's like it because there's a lot of billionaires in the UK. So from Russia, it's like, what are you going to do about them?
There
What
are
do you do with
people
their assets.
asking Alex Ovechkin questions because he's supported Vladimir Putin, the hockey player for the Washington Capitals. He's getting a lot of questions about, does he still support Putin in his actions? Like, so
Well, he's stuck, man, because his family and kids are in Russia.
yeah,
So what's he going to say? No.
Yeah.
Yep. You're gonna have to pay to get him back.
And listen, if you're from that part of the world, you're mentioning Alex Ovechkin. I mean, you're probably scared out of your mind,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, dude, you have currently right now, I know I'm talking soccer because that's where people are. There is a soccer team called Shakhtar Donetsk, and they are based in Donetsk, which is one of the places that Putin said is not part of Ukraine. They're free people or whatever. There's 13 Brazilian players on that team that are stuck there right now. Like, they are putting out videos in one of the players' homes saying we can't leave. There's no airplanes. There's no roads. If you look at pictures, all the roads are packed trying to get out. Like we are stuck here. We are Brazilians that just happen to be on a soccer team here,
But where
and
are
they're
these
calling
people
for the
going? Like in their cars? Like you know how you've seen refugees from
Right.
countries, and these people are walking, and they have all their personal belongings, like whatever
Yeah.
they could take, they got them, and they're walking. And there's thousands of people walking from one country to cross a border to another country. We're talking about cars here now.
You're talking about. I read earlier that this could be the largest refugee like numbers of all time. They're saying like 5 million refugees if Russia takes over Ukraine. Where are they going? I don't know.
Man, oh man. And again,
Poland.
but it's to me, when you've seen refugees, like again, in your mind, if you've seen video and you see thousands of people migrating on foot versus thousands and thousands of cars trying to go from this country to that country, or that you see what's going on in the subway stations of the Ukraine. So thousands of people have gone underground. Could you imagine being in New York City, and you are one of thousands of people under the ground where the subways are, and you're just staying underground? Like, what are you going to eat? How are you going to go to the bathroom? I mean, just normal human functions. Like, there's thousands of people. I was thinking about it from a COVID perspective, because there was this CNN reporter, I don't know her name, and she's underground in these subway stations, no mask, everybody in there, no mask. And they're all stuck underground in these subway stations. I just was like, wow,
I'm pretty
man.
sure they take COVID over a bomb right now. So
Yeah. Yeah.
hustle up.
Yeah, I saw like there's people making jokes right now, which is whatever, but I did see like if you're a millennial, so far in your life you've lived through 9/11, two recessions, once in a lifetime pandemic, and now probably World War III.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's like not even millennials, that's Gen Z. That's 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. All right. Well, listen, hey, look, we'll keep an eye. We'll have these discussions.
And baseball's fighting about a couple $1 million.
Yeah. Good luck getting your fans back.
It's interesting about baseball, the way you've just kind of said that. And I thought the same thing, like, wow, we're talking about like a major international catastrophe at this moment. And we're talking about like, wow, this could turn into what we all feared our whole lives, which is the possibility of World War III. This could actually be happening right now in front of our eyes, playing out on television, on your cell phone, on social media. And yet here we are, like our big problems are the baseball players and the baseball owners ever going to be able to settle their multi-million dollar issues that they have with either side? Are we going to have something like baseball season that's so important to all of us? We got to have baseball season. Like, to me, I'm thinking to myself, baseball, you guys, and it's not baseball, the owners or the players' fault that what's going on, but like we'll all concentrate on like a real human catastrophe rather than a bunch of people fighting over money and whether or
Rule
not they're going to play
5.
baseball or not play baseball. Right.
Yeah.
Mm.
It makes no sense.
How much for an
Right.
arbitration year? How much
Right.
for weeks of eligibility? And yeah, it kind of puts things into perspective,
Well,
doesn't it, a
because
little bit?
you look at Rob Manfred, the commissioner of Major League Baseball, and he had this quote which was very very
The
pushy.
trophy's just a hunk of metal.
No, not that quote. That was a different quote. That was a different quote. I'm talking about like a modern day, like yesterday,
wow.
today kind of a quote where it's something along. Alex, maybe you put it up on the screen.
Oh, there wasn't Manfred that said it.
Who was it?
It was a MLB. How they phrase it? A consultant. Anyways, it wasn't Manfred.
Oh, okay. Because I saw Manfred's picture next to the quote, and I put two and two together.
An MLB official.
An MLB.
I just put his face on everything in baseball.
Yeah,
as you should.
By the way,
I blame him.
If you're watching on YouTube or you're catching up to us on television tonight, like Rob Manfred, the commissioner of baseball, just looks disheveled in this picture that we're showing you.
I try and find those pictures.
Yeah,
he's terrible. He's the worst.
Yeah, they and MLB players are slamming the hell out of MLB right now. It's like, so wait a minute. You locked us out, right? You didn't want to negotiate for a whole month. Now you put a deadline for Monday. You did. And now you're threatening us. If we don't give you what you want by Monday, you're going to cancel games. Like that's what you're trying to. That's the spin you're going with. Like that's what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, how can you not be on the player's side
The-
right now when it's framed of that way?
The worst part about this is that every person involved in baseball knew this was coming. And for some reason, they waited to now to really figure it out. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. And Alex, I disagree with you on this point. People will blame the players. In every strike, in every disagreement, they always blame the players because they can identify the players. They know what they look like. They've heard them talk before. Like, who's the owner of the Cincinnati Reds or the Milwaukee Brewers? Like,
Well, did you see yesterday? I don't even know if you guys. I don't have a picture of it because I thought it was so stupid. Justin Verlander showed up to the meetings in like this badass Porsche, and people are like slamming Verlander. Like, really? You're gonna come to negotiations in a Porsche,
Dude?
Right.
He should have showed up on a bicycle.
Yeah,
Right,
a
or
freaking
in
horse and
an
wagon.
Uber.
Yeah, in an Uber, like not even
Like
the
a
black
Prius.
one. An Uber X.
Yeah.
Like the Uber where there are 3 people in it and he's just one of the people in the Uber. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this is my stop. Gotta
Right.
get out. Like,
Hey,
Oh,
right.
is Uber pool still a thing? Speaking of COVID, is that still a thing?
I don't know.
Are people
I don't know
still
if it is
getting in
or
the car
it
with
isn't.
strangers?
I'm not sure.
it just makes no sense. People always blame the players because they can identify them. No one is going to blame the owner of the Padres for the lockout. They're just not going to
Well,
do
that's
it.
why, and that's what we're doing with Rob Manfred. Manfred's not doing this.
Right.
This is the owners.
Yeah. Right.
But he's the guy we
Right.
blame. Like we blame Goodell.
Right.
You know, like we blame guys that we have a face and name
But
to.
listen to that quote, though, and you can put it back up on the screen. This is according to a Major League Baseball official after the negotiations, the third day of negotiations. And here's the quote: "A deadline is a deadline. Missed games are missed games. Salary will not be paid for those games." It's like that, you talk about the word dictator today. It's like baseball and the owners, and in this case, the commissioner, is saying, hey, baseball players, we gave you a deadline. You missed it. If games are missed, oh, well. And if salaries, if you guys want your money, get your ass in your uniform, pitch, hit, run, catch, throw, get your ass out there and play ball. And if you guys don't want to play ball, then guess what? You're not going to get paid. And it's like a threatening tone. To your point about the owners. The owners are the ones who locked out the players. The players didn't strike.
This is what I've never understood about professional athletes, whether it be MLB Players Association, NBA Players Association, NFL Players Association. This is what I've never understood. There are other places in stadiums where you can play baseball and you can make money off that baseball directly to you. There are networks that don't have deals with Major League Baseball that you, Major League Players Association, can cut a short deal with to televise your own stuff. If they lock you out, go, okay, we've got guys making $35 million a year on each team. Some got 3 or 4 of those dudes. Those 3, 4 dudes get together and rent a college baseball stadium where people can come that the Major League Baseball does not own, has no money in, and figure out a way that y'all can make some money while the lockout happens. And just like that, the owners would figure out, oh, okay, well, you know what? We'll do this and we'll do that. Let's come to the table.
You know what baseball players would say to that? They go, yo, I'm a baseball player. I can't figure out how to do a deal with a network and find a baseball stadium to play in and expect a bunch of Padre fans are going to come show up at Tony Gwynn Stadium at the campus at San Diego State because they're just so desperate for baseball.
Listen, there's certain places. San Diego is one of them. If not one of the top 5, they're one of them. If you told Padre fans that there's going to be a workout at Tony Gwynn Stadium at San Diego State, and all the players, organized by the Players Association, all the players are going to do an on-field workout and sign autographs afterwards at Tony, it would sell out. It would sell out.
Yeah. Well,
I'd go, and I don't even, whatever.
I wouldn't
I don't
go.
want workouts.
I wouldn't go.
I've been watching videos of Tatis dancing in the streets of the Dominican. I go watch him play baseball.
Well, look, maybe since we were talking about Phil Mickelson yesterday.
Oh boy.
And the Saudi Golf League. Maybe the Saudis should step in right now and go, hey, hold on a second. You know what?
Baseball.
Yeah, golf sucks. Let's do baseball instead. Let's do the SMLB.
I don't know how many
Major
people
League Baseball.
are
There ain't nobody flying to Saudi.
Right. Because to Browner's point, I don't know how many baseball players are itching to actually play games unless they're getting paid their
True.
$35 million. You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference between
Right.
what
There's also a
fans
difference
want and
between
what
the players
want.
that are making 500,000 or $1 million who desperately want to get out there and play and need that money versus the guy who's making $35 million who's like, I'll chill.
And that's what's insane. They're fighting for those guys right now. They're fighting for the guys that don't make $35 million.
Because you shouldn't have to wait 6 years to get a new contract in Major League Baseball. I've never understood that. A guy can go from high school to the NBA immediately and get paid $7 million, $20 million 3 years after that. A baseball player literally makes nothing in terms of baseball money.
Bryce Young made $1 million off some NIL at Alabama.
Right. And you got
in college.
Yeah, right.
You got baseball players not making wages that they should be compared to other guys on the team. Like, if Tatis wouldn't have gotten that new deal, what is he making? 100 grand, 200 grand? When we do the Scott math on it?
Yeah, you got to let me do my tax.
When you do the
tax
Scott
math.
math.
All right, listen. Hey, stick around, everybody. We're in the 7 Mile Casino studio, 7milecasino.com. We somehow, and I don't know if everybody caught it, we somehow went from Ukraine to baseball.
Transition.
It was very seamless. Really, really well done. We're in the 7 Mile Casino studios. I want to talk about Troy Aikman leaving Fox. Stick around. We'll get there.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew Tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
.1090 just got bigger and better. Please join us in welcoming SoCal's newest ESPN affiliate, the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio. NFL, MLB, NBA, live game, the best sports talk programming with the largest signal in all of California. The mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
It doesn't matter what your background is and where you come from. If you have dreams and you have goals, and that's all that really matters.
I owe a lot to Charlie.
When you black, it's not a movement, it's a lifestyle. This is who we are.
The Rising, proudly brought to you by Subaru of El Cajon, an extraordinary experience for everyone. We were the first. We carry the fire that began civilizations, and then we built them. We strengthened a nation, and then we fought for it. We are scientists, poets, and lawmakers. We are artists, leaders, and warriors. And as we gaze toward tomorrow, we leave an indelible mark on the past. Black History Month on Your View is proudly brought to you by Subaru of El Cajon, an extraordinary experience for everyone.
Main streets are the heart of our communities, where we connect with our neighbors, support local businesses, and share new adventures. Main Street Living celebrates all of this, bringing you uplifting stories with guests from across the country and your community. Main Street Living covers what's important to you today, from our street to your street. Join Cheryl, Danielle, and Quincy for Main Street Living, Mondays at 9 on Your View.
I'm Lex Gillette, 5-time Paralympic medalist, 4-time world champion, and world record holder in the long jump for totally blind athletes. Running and jumping without your eyesight is one of the most incredible feelings out there. When I leave the ground though, to jump and soar through the air and eventually land in the sand, that is my way of defying gravity.
Big breath, get tight.
Celebrating Black history is very important, but I think that it certainly extends beyond just these 28 days. We need to get to a space where we are making this country a better space to live in. At the end of the day, it's not our eyes that ultimately determine success. It's our ability to see that vision, to develop that plan, connect with the right people, and do everything in your power to bring that vision into fruition.
Prospect Home Finance is a mortgage company. We specialize in residential refinances and home purchases. So Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, if you're going out looking for a pre-approval, to buy a new home, meet with the realtor. We would help you facilitate that and walk you through the process from A to Z. We specialize in getting homeowners loans for their dream home, but we also do more than that. So today we came down to Ocean Beach, partnered up with Surfrider, and had some team members come down here from Prospect, all pitched together, and had quite a bit of trash to clean up.
It's really heartening to see people come out and really care for the waterways.
It was great getting out here, and we're going to do it again soon. We're always looking for ways to give back to the community of San Diego. So if you have any ideas or need any help or support in any way, visit us at homefinance.com.
Dominating the SoCal radio airwaves for over 20 years. Join Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner for Kaplan and Crew every Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. only on the Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the Mightier1090.com.
Explore the Southwest lifestyle, the culture, the music, the food, y más. Join hosts J.R. Cardenas and Vanessa Ramirez on Su Vida.
Well, the holidays are well behind us.
And unfortunately, I'm still carrying those Christmas cookies, Vanessa.
That means it's time for this team to get in shape on the next Su Vida.
Yeah, you should have made me those tamales.
Watch Su Vida, Sunday night at 7 on YourView and YourView.com.
Hollander Dental is unique because we have been serving the Carlsbad community for over 25 years. We have a very spacious office with ample parking and state-of-the-art technology. The office has been newly renovated, so all the equipment and facility is brand new. Any patient visiting Hollander Dental can expect to be taken care of at every step of their visit.
With care and love and support, so when we're going through tough times, as dental work is and can be, they make it easy for us as patients.
Investing in your smile and your overall dental health in the long run will help you save money by preventing other medical conditions.
I would absolutely recommend Hollander Dental.
I do recommend Hollander Dental to anyone I know who needs something done.
Here's Kaplan and Crew Tonight's 60-second timeout with Haley Stasiak.
University of San Diego men's basketball has 2 games left in the regular season. USD will be looking to bounce back after a tough 92-60 loss to Portland last weekend. Jace Townsend had 16 points and 4 assists, while Yava's Gultekin had a career-high 15 points in the loss. Thursday night, USD will take on number 23 St. Mary's. The last time these two teams met was February 10th. St. Mary's got the win 86-57. The Gales have a 15-game winning streak going against USD and lead the series all time. USD is 14-13 overall, 7-7 in the West Coast Conference. They'll close out the regular season on Saturday against San Francisco. That's your 60-second timeout. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew Tonight.
Kaplan and Crew Tonight's 60-second timeout is presented by YourView.
Prospect Home Finance, San Diego's mortgage leader, is celebrating 15 years of happy clients. HomeFinance.com is the go-to resource online or on your mobile device to discover your best home loan options.
Hi, I'm Jason Vondrak, CEO at Prospect Home Finance. I want to say thank you to all of our clients, both past and future. As part of our 15-year anniversary, we'll close your home loan in 15 business days.
Start your easy home finance process today at HomeFinance.com.
My intention is to box to win a clean fight.
Convicted for draft evasion, threatened with imprisonment, Muhammad Ali is banned from fighting in all 50 states. But in Atlanta, Georgia, in October of 1970, that all changed. Matched against the top contender for the boxing crown, the greatest is back. Ali's comeback, proudly brought to you by Subaru of El Cajon.
Welcome back. This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the Mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, John Browner, and Alex Padilla.
Yo, great friends. It is a Thursday afternoon. This is Kaplan and Crew from the 7 Mile Casino Studios, along with Grande and the Brown Man on the airwaves of ESPN 1090, which, by the way, give me a quick second here. Yo, is anybody going tonight to Bill Hagan, the owner of 1090? Is anybody going to his private showing of the new Foo Fighters like horror movie? Because I know I'm
Aren't
going.
you guys going?
I am definitely going. I'm going. Rachel's going. I know Jason Lawhead is coming with his wife, I believe. Brown, are you coming to this event tonight?
No.
Hold on. Are you drinking a Capri Sun?
No.
Yeah, you are. It was already on camera.
Ah,
Like, you
come
can't
on,
deny.
Alex.
I saw a little. No, you're the one holding the silver pouch up like that. What flavor we got?
Fruit punch
Tropical?
out.
Fruit punch. That's where it's at.
Dude, you got is it a Capri Sun brand or is it just a drink in a like piece of
In a
tinfoil?
pouch.
Come on, dog. Don't do me like that. I mean, I work here, so I don't have any money, but I can afford a couple Capri Suns, dog.
Oh, it is.
How much is a Capri Sun box nowadays?
Well, you gotta get them from Costco. You can get 40 of them for like $12.
Really?
That still seems kind of expensive to me.
Dude, Capri
For water and sugar.
Dude, Capri Sun, I can remember when
bomb.
that product, I'm telling you, I had to have been a kid. This had to have happened in like the late 70s or the early 80s when Capri Sun first came out. And it was the first time that we
Well,
ever
y'all
had
outed me
seen.
like that. I
Well,
thought we
wait,
was better than
dude,
that.
dude.
You had it literally
Right,
on the bottom.
we could
of
all
it.
see that you're drinking a Capri Sun, a grown ass man drinking a Capri Sun. My dog,
Middle-aged man drinking a Capri Sun.
dude. I can tell you,
I don't want one now, dude. Not
Oh
gonna
man,
lie.
I don't want
See,
one.
now look at y'all.
No,
See?
no,
See?
I don't want one.
That
I don't
sounds
want one.
delicious.
I hate Capri Sun.
Fantastic.
No, I hate Capri Sun. I'm gonna tell you why. I hate the packaging. Okay, I don't want a drink in a like piece of tinfoil pouch. That's number one. Number two, when I was a kid, and again, Capri Suns had just come out. You know how the straw at the end of the straw has like a point, like a pokey kind of point to it? Okay,
Yeah.
there you go, Browner. He's showing it to us right now. When I was a kid, when you would try and poke it, you could never quite get it, you know? And then I would poke the Capri Sun and it would go through the hole and out the back of the Capri Sun packaging. Or
Damn aggressive.
or I would have to squeeze the bottom of the Capri Sun so that there was more pressure at the top, and then you poke and puncture, and then the Capri Sun would come flying out at you. I always found it very difficult to get the straw into the Capri Sun. So I hated the product, and I can't believe that it's still around.
Hey man, just
And I-
because you have trouble
I
getting
didn't
no
know-
stick in the hole, don't blame the company. Okay.
Mm.
That's true. I didn't hate the product because of the packaging. I hated it because there was never enough. And I don't understand
true.
I don't understand why Capri Sun has never bottled this thing. Like, put it in a 16-ounce bottle like most Americans. Give me that sugar. Give me that 350 calorie drink. Like,
I do want
don't
another
want
one.
a pouch of Capri Sun. I want a bottle of Capri Sun. Like,
It's
how they have
never
never
enough.
done.
That's true.
How they have like, dude, I seen Hawaiian Punch in a gallon, and I can't get Capri Sun.
Now I
in a
don't drink
16
that.
ounce?
Let's be clear on something. I don't drink Hawaiian Punch. That's just you might as well pour the sugar right in your mouth.
What's the difference between Hawaiian Punch and Capri Sun?
The Hawaiian
And
Punch
or
is
a
gross.
Coke.
Ain't that natural? This is natural. It says right here on the package, dog.
Oh yeah, it's
Flavored
natural, huh?
100% juice blend.
When I was a kid, there was another product also called High C.
Tang.
Anybody
Oh.
remember High C?
They still got High C.
I know.
Really?
They still got
Hi-
High C. McDonald's serves High
But
C.
Orange
High
High
C-
C is all the rave at McDonald's.
High C is great.
All the
It was a
rave.
great product. But if you remember, like Hawaiian Punch, Alex, you might be able to find this on the internet if you just Google this. High C or Hawaiian Punch would come in like a metal can. So then what you would do is you take a bottle opener
scoop it.
and you open up one side,
Oh.
and then you on the other side you give it a little bit of air so that one side is the pouring side, the bigger hole, the other side is the smaller one, which just provides a little bit of air. And a can, like a metal can with paper wrapping on the outside that would say High C or Hawaiian Punch.
What was this, the 1950s?
No, dude, I'm telling you, this was when I was a kid. I'm telling you right now, 70s, 80s. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Whoa.
Look at that. You've never seen that?
No.
Dog, that's the way High C was. There were no boxes of drinks. There were no pouches of drinks. There was a literal steel can, kind of like, imagine, you know what tuna fish comes in?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a taller version of a can of tuna would be
How
a
do you
High
even
C.
open that?
I'm telling you, there was like a bottle opener, not the kind that you pull like off a beer cap, like the kind that you puncture the top, the metal.
Oh, like a sardine can.
No, a sardine can, I think, rolls. Wait, hold on. What does Alex have here?
thing.
Let's take a look. Oh, yeah, that right there. Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone has one, but no one ever knows what this part's for.
Right, because one part pops off bottle caps on beer bottles, and the other end is like a puncturing device. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I think me and Browner grew up on like the Tang, like the powder.
Yeah.
You know, it comes in a similar thing, and you powder. Yeah.
Dude, when they made powdered Gatorade, I got suspended from school. So
you used to sniff it.
I stole a gallon of powdered Gatorade from the training office and took it home.
Yeah. Hey, just trying to keep yourself hydrated while at the crib.
You feel me?
Need them electrolytes, man.
Yeah. Of course I feel you.
Yeah.
Feel you in a big way.
I never liked powdered Gatorade. It never tasted the same.
On that.
If you listen,
Never
here's the trick. Here's the trick. A little more Gatorade than they recommend, and a little bit of sugar. Pow.
Well, see, that's what's missing is the sugar. It never tasted like that little extra oomph that Gatorade gives you. It was never there from the powder.
You put that right amount of sugar in there, you'll punch your fist to a wall.
I remember in like one of the first Hard Knocks was the Bengals, and Carson Palmer had his favorite water boy because this guy knows how to make the Gatorade. Like this guy puts the right amount of red and orange, and it's delicious. Like I remember like laughing my ass off at Carson Palmer had a favorite water boy because of his Gatorade powder mixture.
Wow.
Real
All right. Well, let me say this. Did not anticipate discussing Capri Sun, Hawaiian Punch, High C, metal cans, can openers, or packaging of sugary children's beverages. But leave it to Browner to be
sounds evergreen to me.
Yeah, to be exposed on air rocking a Capri Sun. Brutal. Just hilarious, man.
Y'all caught me. I can't lie.
Oh, it's funny. That is very funny. All right, stick around. Let me. I want to get to this Troy Aikman story in 1 second.
Should we do the Snoop to keep this evergreen? After
you know what? That's a good idea. I will get back to Troy Aikman and this shift that is going on inside NFL broadcasting. And by the way, the money that we're talking about has gotten to the point where if I'm a player or I'm a coach, like if I'm Sean McVay, I know we talked about this a few weeks ago. If I'm Sean McVay and I'm making $8.5 million coaching and Troy Aikman is making $17.5 million broadcasting, I might consider leaving coaching to go broadcast because Troy Aikman is making more than 2 times what Sean McVay is making. So I'll talk about that coming up shortly. Before I do, quick shout out and sending love to our people from Corky's Pest Control, 1-800-901-1102 for Corky. Here's what I want to tell you. If you find like little sawdust down at the bottom of your floors and you're like, what is going on here? It could be termites, okay? And you should call Cork. And what Cork will do is he will look up your home on his computer through satellite images, etc. Probably using Google, if I had to take a guess. He's going to look at your house. He's going to know where it is. He's going to know how big it is. And he's going to give you a price on the phone. That's the price. He's not going to come out to your house and go, hey, bigger deal, bigger problem, more than I knew. It's going to cost a lot more. Once Corky quotes the price, that is the price. Now, some people have to move out of their house and the house has to be tented. On the other hand, some people have it and it's just a really isolated, localized kind of a situation. And Corky can come in with what he calls heat treatment and he can take care of the termites. Like our man, Bill Hagan, who owns 1090. He had a little termite issue in his house in Carlsbad. Cork came in and took care of it in a matter of minutes. It didn't take hours. It didn't take days. If you think you have a termite issue, you call Cork. Nobody beats his 4-year guarantee. Nobody has his 4-year guarantee, and nobody can beat his prices. So call 1-800-901-1102.
Corky. Yeah, because last time they said I wasn't in it.
Well, that and that Capri Sun with all that sugar, that is the result, ladies and gentlemen. That is the result.
Come on, man. Stop hating on the Capri Suns, man.
I told you, man. I hate the
get the whole
packaging.
box.
I hate the packaging. I hate trying to stab the.
Browner, go get another one and show him how easy it is to do.
All right, there he goes. There goes Browner going to get a Capri Sun. I'm telling you, Alex, the little pointy straw, and the hole is tiny, and so to actually get the Capri Sun straw in the hole of the.
You said you would, when you failed or your straw broke, would you turn it around and just stab it? Did you say that, or did I miss?
No. I would sometimes.
'Cause that's what I would do.
Sometimes I get too aggressive, and then I put the straw through the hole and out the back.
Yeah,
Or
that's happened.
sometimes I'd be like, okay, you know what? I can't get it in. I try and jam it in. Couldn't get it in. So then I push the bottom and I create more pressure up at the top, and then boom, I just do it. And then it spits Capri Sun back out at me. All right, hold on. Here's Browner. Let's see. Oh, look how nice and smooth and easy that was for Browner.
Have they perfected the little stabbing hole part? Like, have they made it a little easier?
I mean, we do.
I did have trouble every now and then, but it wasn't like
when Scott was out there drinking Capri Sun style. They didn't have cell phones. If they can invent the cell phone, they can pretty much make a part of this package where you can just pop right on in there.
Can't believe you drink that.
I did have like competitions with my friends to see like who could drink the Capri Sun the fastest. Just like squeeze it all in.
I mean, I can't believe you even drink that stuff, man. I'm so bad for you.
What flavor you got now?
Who you talking to me is bad for me. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm on a health kick now. So
it says 100% apple juice.
Apple juice is like one of the worst drinks, right? Isn't it nothing but sugar?
Hey, listen, man. I'm living right now.
Yeah, you are living. You're living that sugar life, yo.
Wired and ready.
Yeah.
Get some. Come mess with this country if you want, son.
Come mess with this culture if you want, son.
This country.
Is that what you said?
Come drop a bomb over here.
Oh man.
I catch you with my bare hands.
All right, let me turn my attentions. I said I wanted to talk about Trey Man. I will in a minute, but hold on. I want to tell you guys something that happened last night. So I'm on Instagram.
Gang bang.
What?
Go ahead. Tell the people. Tell the people.
What did you just say?
I said you trying to gang bang. Go tell the people.
What does that mean, gang bang? What do you mean?
Explain your story.
No, but, okay. Now I understand what you're meaning. Okay. Okay. It just occurred to me what you meant with this whole Snoop thing. Okay. Let me talk about this. So Snoop at halftime of the Super Bowl. I know people still think, people talk about this stuff, oh my God, the Super Bowl halftime was the greatest Super Bowl halftime of all times. And then other people are like, oh, it's definitely a top 3 halftime performance. And I don't understand this whole ranking system. And I guess I don't understand the metrics of how you rank a halftime show, but whatever. Okay, fine. People have these conversations. The day after the Super Bowl and after this, Snoop, Dr. Dre halftime show, I come on the air on Monday and I say, I want the outfit that Snoop Dogg was wearing at halftime. That's what I said. Now, Alex, do you remember how that was received, particularly by Browner? Do you remember what Browner said when I said, I want Snoop's outfit? That outfit was dope.
Right.
I thought it was so cool, and I would like to have that outfit. Do you remember what Browner said? Here, Alex is showing it on the screen.
I think Browner said something to the nature of, well, don't walk down Crenshaw or something like that. Like something like you were going to get stabbed or shot because it was blue.
Well, that
the
and
type of blue, my friend.
No, not just blue, but here's what else Browner said. He said the designs on Snoop's outfit,
The bandana.
are like the same as a bandana. And so therefore, even though I looked at Snoop's outfit at the Super Bowl and thought the yellow pocket on the pants, the yellow thing around the shoulder, like to me, Snoop was repping the Rams at halftime. Browner, though, you see this differently. How do you see this Snoop halftime outfit?
This is Snoop Dogg representing Crip Nation on the world stage, rocking at LBC Crip Blue at halftime. And what I said to you is, sir, you may not want to be one of the people seen wearing these because this is universal within gang culture of what he is doing.
Mm-hmm. Thus, the gang banging comment from earlier.
Yes, and I don't now see. This is how different we think. You were like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? I'm like, how does he not know what I'm talking about? And then by the time you're like, oh, I get it, then I got what you thought I was talking about. I was like, oh, no.
The phrase gangbang, okay? All right? The way you say it is gangy, and the way I say it,
Gangy?
Yeah, and I have a different definition apparently.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so look, here's the thing. So here I am, middle-aged white guy. I see middle-aged black guy. I think Snoop's one of the coolest people on the planet. I see this really cool outfit that he's wearing at halftime, and I say, he's repping the Rams. I love the color combination. I love the ring around the shoulder. I like the yellow pocket thing that he's got going on. And I would like to have the same outfit that Snoop wore during halftime. Browner tells me, don't you wear something like that because the patterns on the outfit are bandana patterns. And therefore, what Snoop was doing was repping his gang, repping the LBC, blah, 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 things I don't even think about, right? I don't even think about that stuff. I just thought I liked his pajamas. I thought they were cool. Now,
I still think they're
Browner
cool.
told me Snoop, no, how did he phrase it? He said, Martha Stewart is more gangsta today than Snoop Dogg is. Isn't that what you said?
More time. Yeah, dog. She done more time. She real. She out in these streets. That's why they hooked up.
Mm-hmm.
That's also something we both agreed with.
So now here's what happens. I'm on Instagram last night and I get a message from a listener who says, yo, check this out. You said you wanted the Snoop Dogg outfit. Now, today is February, I don't know what today's date is, 20 something. And the Super Bowl happened 2 weeks ago. And so somebody remembered that I was talking about how much I love Snoop's outfit. And they hit me up on Instagram and they said, yo, if you want this outfit, now's the time to get it. Because apparently Snoop, so gangsta as he is, okay, and repping the gang life, but an entrepreneur at the same time.
Not the capitalistic life.
Take a look at this now. The Snoop outfit.
Capitalism at its best.
Right. The Snoop outfit that he was rocking, that I loved, that I said I wanted, that everybody told me, right? Oh, you can't wear that because that's gang stuff. You're going to get yourself shot. Oh, really? Because now Snoop is selling this thing. You know why? Because a bunch of middle-aged white guys like me who think Snoop is dope AF, we all said the same thing. We want that outfit. So let me ask you a question, Browner. If hypothetically I could buy that outfit, what do you suppose it costs?
The one he's wearing?
Yeah.
He's advertising the authentic one.
Oh, okay. Mass consumption.
Not the game worn one.
Same one.
I was about to say, wait a minute. Well, okay. So if you can get an identical one made by a company, so it would have to be affordable. Oh, at $300.
$300 for the Snoop outfit for the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. The whole thing, top bottom, about $300.
$300.
That sounds about right. Sounds fair.
All right, Alex.
That's an expensive.
$300, a pretty expensive sweatsuit.
But if you limited, it's limited again. Capitalism is limited edition. That's what Snoop wore at halftime. And two, it also depends if it's in different colors. Now, if it's in more colors, then the price plummets.
No.
It is in two different colors.
Then $150.
Blue and gold, black and gold.
All right.
$150.
Now, if I wear the black and gold one,
you good.
I'm okay.
You good.
Here, look, how about I read the description of the suit online? Maybe Browner will take a different approach or number to it. Own a piece of history. Snoop Dogg's iconic paisley sweatsuit, which debuted during the legendary halftime show, is now available at Crooks with limited production run. Designed by Talia Coles and sold through Crooks and Castles, this 100% cotton cut and sew sweatsuit made with foil ink print, color blocks on the shoulders and pockets with gold zippers on the sleeve and pant ends. Each garment comes with a certificate of authenticity signed by Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
$350.
Okay.
I went back up. $350.
Alex, you want to put it on the screen and show Browner how much it's going to cost me now because I opened my big fat mouth about how much I want one of these Snoop Dogg outfits? Take a look at this, Browner.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
$1,000?
Correctamundo. Now, check me on this. I think you have to pre-order it. And Alex, isn't there something like they don't even start production, or maybe you won't get it delivered until I think it's April 20th because it's 420.
This is LeVar Ball's wrapped the LeVar Ball buy it now, make it later situation.
So I got to tell you guys something.
No,
I don't like the black one.
He only made that because he's a Steeler fan. The Rams one is cool.
That's true. The black and gold is probably a Steeler thing. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But, Scott, because we live in a world of capitalism.
Send me the knockoffs.
That's not the only place where you can get the Snoop Dogg suit. There is a place called Hit Jacket where you can right now, with a New Year 2022 sale, you can get the Snoop Dogg sweatsuit for $118.
No way.
Oh,
yeah. No way. All right, you got to send that to me. I'll buy that one for $118, not the other one.
That ain't gonna be the same, dog.
I don't know.
Right
Trouser, you can choose your size for your trousers, your jacket.
Wait, hold on. You'll send me that. Stick around, everybody. I want to get to this Troy Aikman story. This is Kaplan and Crew.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew Tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Listen to the Mike Greenberg Show, 7 to 9 a.m. Pacific, Monday through Friday. Greeny brings his unmatched depth of sports knowledge, fun, and entertainment back to ESPN on a daily basis. The mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the mightier1090.com.
If you love animals, Animal Zone is for you. From rescues to animal experts, Animal Zone is fun for the whole family. Watch Animal Zone right here on Your View, Saturdays at 8:30 a.m. And visit animalzone.org to learn more about the show.
We were the first. We carry the fire that began civilizations, and then we built them. We strengthened a nation, and then we fought for it. We are scientists, poets, and lawmakers. We are artists, leaders, and warriors. And as we gaze toward tomorrow, we leave an indelible mark on the past. Black History Month on Your View is proudly brought to you by Subaru of El Cajon, an extraordinary experience for everyone.
Prospect Home Finance, San Diego's mortgage leader, is celebrating 15 years of happy clients. HomeFinance.com is the go-to resource online or on your mobile device to discover your best home loan options.
Hi, I'm Jason Vondrak, CEO at Prospect Home Finance. I want to say thank you to all of our clients, both past and future. As part of our 15-year anniversary, we'll close your home loan in 15 business days.
Start your easy home finance process today at HomeFinance.com.
Here's Kaplan and Crew Tonight's 60-second timeout with Haley Stasiak.
University of San Diego men's basketball has 2 games left in the regular season. USD will be looking to bounce back after a tough 92-60 loss to Portland last weekend. Jace Townsend had 16 points and 4 assists, while Yavaz Gultekin had a career-high 15 points in the loss. Thursday night, USD will take on number 23 St. Mary's. The last time these two teams met was February 10th. St. Mary's got the win 86-57. The Gales have a 15-game winning streak going against USD and lead the series all time. USD is 14-13 overall, 7-7 in the West Coast Conference. They'll close out the regular season on Saturday against San Francisco. That's your 60-second timeout. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew Tonight.
Kaplan and Crew Tonight's 60-second timeout is presented by Your View.
You're listening to the 50,000-watt Powerhouse, bringing you the new generation of radio up and down all of California with a little bit of attitude. This is SoCal Sports Talk, the all-new and mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio.
Today, we proudly held the ribbon cutting ceremony for our new office in La Jolla, California. Here we are in the Merrill Lynch building, right in the middle of the village, and really, really happy to be part of this neighborhood. This is really special to Prospect in that it almost signifies the fact that we've grown up officially. We have survived the past 15 years by being very agile. We come to this one amazing location from 3 separate offices. So it's fantastic having everyone under one roof. This is going to do wonders in terms of streamlining our operations, being able to communicate with someone down the hall as opposed to someone who's several blocks away is going to be terrific. Our CEO, Jason Vondrack, he's a very humble person, but I know this day really, really means a lot to him in that he has led this company for 15 years, and he started this business out of a studio apartment, and look where we are now. That's huge. I think this new space signifies just endless possibilities for Prospects. I mean, we're headquartered in La Jolla, but we do business all around the country. So our goal is to be licensed to offer home financing in all 50 states, and we're well on our way.
Prospect Home Finance. Fast, friendly, affordable.
I'm Lex Gillette, 5-time Paralympic medalist, 4-time world champion, and world record holder in the long jump for totally blind athletes. Running and jumping without your eyesight is one of the most incredible feelings out there. When I leave the ground though, to jump and soar through the air and eventually land in the sand, that is my way of defying gravity.
Big breath, get tight.
Celebrating Black history is very important, but I think that it certainly extends beyond just these 28 days. We need to get to a space where we are making this country a better space to live in. At the end of the day, it's not our eyes that ultimately determine success. It's our ability to see that vision, to develop that plan, connect with the right people, and do everything in your power to bring that vision into fruition.
So I became a dentist because I just love science and I love art. I have a music background, so I wanted to do something that I can use the hand dexterity that I've developed, through my musical training. We've had a practice in San Diego for 25 years. It's called the Super Dentist. For over 2 decades, I've had parents ask me the same questions on a daily basis. And so I decided to put all of this information in one place. I wrote a book. Title of it is If Your Mouth Could Talk. Because if your mouth could talk, it would tell you about the condition of your entire life. Right now, the oral care marketplace is a mess. And so we decided to launch a new company called Supermouth, which is a subscription model of oral care. And so we want to be proactively educating parents, providing the tools and the oral care products to make sure they can raise healthier, happier, more successful kids. The education piece is a key piece in our company, because if you're educated as a parent, you're going to do the right things. People can find my book, If Your Mouth Could Talk, themouthbook.com, and purchase the book there, and also get some special gifts to go along with the book.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew Tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Hi, my name is Giovanni, and this is my mural. What intrigued me most about this project is that I realized there wasn't a lot of Black street artists, and then there was not a lot of Black art on walls. So that's what intrigues me the most, is that this is a project that's putting up multiple and plentiful walls of Black people on walls.
I'm Deborah, and this is my mural. When I was approached about this project as a portrait painter, I kind of like the idea of a challenge. I've done large-scale pieces that were called murals, but I had never done an outdoor mural, and I really love the subject matter. They didn't assign the subjects right off the bat. We had to kind of hear what they were going to do, and I was thrilled. I got to pick it, and this is the one that I was most happy with.
If you love animals, Animal Zone is for you. From rescues to animal experts, Animal Zone is fun for the whole family. Watch Animal Zone right here on YourView, Saturdays at 8:30 a.m. And visit animalzone.org to learn more about the show.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 a.m. ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
Your health is brought to you by If Your Mouth Could Talk.